and welcome to our channel. If you're new, you've landed on Time with the Thomases. I'm Shay and this is Mark. And on our channel we do a segment called Tipsy Time. Today on Tipsy Time we're actually going to do a product review, and we are reviewing the HyperChiller. And what this is supposed to do is supposed to rapidly chill hot coffee and other beverages without dilution. I'll let Mark tell you how he found this.
All right. So I was on Instagram the other day and I saw a product similar to this come up, and I was like, hey, let me jump on this. And basically what it's designed to do is to make your whiskey cold. So if you didn't want to necessarily use ice cubes for your whiskey or whatever, you can pour it in this contraption. Next thing you know, it's gonna be cold. You don't have to worry about ice diluting your alcohol. You don't have to worry about whiskey rocks and all that kind of stuff. So I went ahead and put in that order. It says it's gonna take like 2 or 3 weeks to get here. So in the meantime, I was thinking, well, hell, let's see what else is out there that's similar, so I can kind of get a gauge. Saw this on Amazon, so I said, let's go ahead and get this, and kind of see if we can give it a review and see how it would actually stack up to that other product. So once that other product arrives, we'll go ahead and do a review on that as well. And what we'll probably end up doing is just kind of doing a comparison between the two, just to see which ones we like better.
How we're going to do this review is we have 2 thermometers here that we're going to use to do our temperature checks. And we're going to do, we're going to do the temperature of alcohol that's been sitting in the fridge for a few weeks, some alcohol on the rocks, room temperature alcohol, whatever would normally be sitting out at your bar, and then we're going to take the temperature of the drink that we pour in the HyperChiller and see how close the drink we pour in the HyperChiller gets to either a drink that's on the rocks or some alcohol that's been sitting in the fridge. So we are going to go get the drinks all set up and we'll be right back. So this is the HyperChiller. And basically, I'm not going to go into all the instructions, but essentially it's got a couple of parts. You fill like a small cup and a large cup with water. You set those inside of here. You sit it in the freezer for 12 hours for it to get frozen and nice and cold. And then when you're ready to use it, there is this recessed part on the lid. You're going to pour your beverage in here. And you let it sit. You can either let the beverage sit for a minute to get cold, or you can kind of shake it a little bit to speed up the chilling process.
So as she was saying, when she had mentioned cups, there's basically 2 different chambers in there, and that's actually what you're going to fill up with water. And there's like fill lines on each.
What we've got here is some Crown Royal that's just regular room temperature, some pumpkin vodka that's been in the refrigerator for a few weeks. Then we got some Crown Royal on the rocks. And we're going to pour some room temperature Crown Royal into the HyperChiller. But first we're going to get the temperature of each one of these. So I guess we'll use this one. Okay. All right, so this is the room temperature Crown Royal, and it's at 75.7. All right, the vodka that's been sitting in the refrigerator for a few weeks is at 52.9. The Crown Royal on the rocks is at
around 25.
Probably because of the ice.
Cause yeah, it's hit nice. So yeah, we're ranging between 22 and 25 degrees, which makes sense because, like I said, that's on the rock. So
okay, let's pour another.
And if I have to estimate, there's no way that's going to get to that temperature just with based on the class.
I'm assuming, so this is like what, 70 something degrees at room temp, and this was what, 50 something from being in the fridge. It's probably going to fall somewhere in between these two, with this one being.
So let's do this. So this is what's going through the chiller.
Yeah,
let's get a little bit more.
A little more.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, we're gonna maybe 2 fingers, because basically this is what. So basically, what we're trying to do is we're trying to replicate. Okay, you want whiskey, but you don't necessarily want on the rocks because you don't want it to water down. Like we literally just put this on here, and you can see it's starting to water down a little bit. My ice cubes are already starting to melt. So that's what we're trying to avoid. So what we want to know is this a good option to keep our drinks cold maybe not necessarily ice cold,
Yeah.
but I will, I'll compromise from being ice cold to having it chilled and not have to worry about it being diluted.
Yeah.
So we'll go ahead and pour this in.
So we're going to pour this in. So we're pouring it into the recess area at the top, and it's seeping down.
We're making a mess.
Yeah. So it's seeping down in there.
Yeah, and onto my table.
That's all right. He's really particular about his furniture. He doesn't want any rings.
We'll get it up.
Yeah, we'll get it up. We'll get it. But we're gonna let's see. We probably want to start some kind of timer. So
Yes,
we know
we
that
want
we've
1
been
minute.
on a minute.
Hey Google, set a timer for 1 minute.
1 minute, and we're starting now.
All
right. So
what do you guys want to share?
awkward video time.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's pass this 1 minute. So basically, the one thing on my mind that I got going on right now is I am excited because we're about a week and a half, 2 weeks away from pro football starting. So I am excited about that. We've been trapped in this house for quarantine for the coronavirus since March. So basically, it's nice. Basketball is cool, but having football back will be very nice as long as everything stays safe. But man, it's gonna be good to see football on TV again.
Yeah, I'm excited for football too. I'm just excited just to get a little bit of normalcy with everything that's been going on. But I'm excited for the fall. I'm excited for Halloween, even though we're not going trick or treating. So I was thinking about making a haunted house for my kids inside our house. I think that's going to be something really cool.
It is.
Has it been a minute?
It's been a minute.
Already? Okay.
Already.
Okay.
we'll
So now
ahead.
we're going to pour this. We're going to test the temperature.
Yep.
And see where it falls.
So something else we'll do is we're going to go ahead and, again, this is a little bit more in a minute, but we're going to go ahead and do this. We're going to test this. And then what we're actually going to do is we're going to do subsequent drinks as well to see if that temperature, if it goes up. That way you pretty much have an idea of how much you're actually going to be able to get out of one 12-hour freeze.
Right. So this is exciting. It's really scientific. You see how precise we are. Okay.
So I'm going to tell you right now, to me, it doesn't feel that cold.
Let me see.
At all.
Yeah, it really doesn't feel that cold.
But we'll see. So remember what the temperature was for that?
For this one?
Yeah.
It was like 70 something.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's do. All right. So it says 51.6.
Okay.
So that was the temperature of the alcohol that's been sitting in the fridge. Pretty close to it.
Okay.
Yeah. So you can go ahead and taste and see what you think. And then maybe do a comparison. Of course, this has ice in it, right? And this temperature, what it said, like 20 some odd?
Yeah. So now again, this is personal preference. Me personally, I'm probably always I'm gonna lean towards this because I think I like mine being really, really cold. That's chilled though.
It is
So
chilled.
somebody who drinks their whiskey neat without ice, it's gonna be colder than what it would be room temperature. So it might work for them.
Right.
So honestly, for what it's trying to do, I think it passes. Let me try this one.
He's right. The one from that pumpkin vodka is really, really good. But the drink that we poured in the HyperChiller actually is colder on the tongue than this drink that's been sitting in the fridge for weeks. So that's interesting. So okay, so before this gets too warm, let's go ahead and pour some more. You might as well just pour it straight from the. We're gonna actually need another cup.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut for a minute. Okay.
We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back. We need some more. Part 2 of this review. We're going to see how many drinks we can get out of this. And for these for the next few, we're gonna actually shake it up.
Yeah, we're gonna stir it around a little bit like they suggested.
while we're drinking, we can just pour another one in and let it sit.
Cool.
Yeah, that way we don't have to worry. So we'll go ahead and let that one sit. Another drink. We got another one going in there sitting. We'll let him. Oh, let's test the temp.
Yeah. That better not be right.
Is it
Try that
49?
again. No, I saw 76. Hold on.
No.
Okay.
No,
And
it
this
says
said 49.
yeah. It says 49. Do it again.
What
Maybe
was
I'm
our
doing it
first
right.
one? What was our
So it's
first
like 50 something.
one? Around 50.
Okay, so now it says 50.
What was the first one?
The first
The first time we did the
we
test.
did the test, it was like in the 50s. But
This
upper
was-
50. I mean, it's
this
like
was-
mid to upper.
This was 50.1.
That was 50.1. So it seems like it got colder from shaking it, probably.
It is. Yeah, it is colder. It's. I mean, it's not a lot colder, but it's definitely colder. So.
It's definitely a cold. I mean, it's a chill drink. It's a chill drink without the dilution.
So, considering the fact that it's our second go round, we did swirl it.
Mm-hmm.
The first go round, if we would have swirled it, maybe that would have been
It might
would
have been
a little bit
than
colder.
the drink that's been sitting in the fridge.
Yeah,
Probably not as cold as the drink on the rocks, but
no chance it's gonna be ever gonna be as cold as Warm
yeah.
Rocks. But that's something to think about. So now I'm considering that maybe the swirling method might actually be better because.
I wonder though, like swirling versus letting it sit longer,
Mhm.
maybe. But I don't know. It's just like, when you get a drink, like a drink that's been sitting at room temperature and you pour it in a cup of ice, you shake it up so it gets cold.
Yeah.
So it's probably just
You're absolutely right.
the same concept.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
So I don't know how you think
We're
this has
doing-
been a minute. I already
Uh,
poured some in there. So
oh, you did?
Yeah. You think?
You want to swirl it or let it sit?
I was gonna let it sit
Let's
and
let it
see.
sit.
Yeah, so we'll kind of flip flop between swirling and letting sit.
So I'll tell you this. So if this one is around 50, then that's to me. I think that's pretty good.
Over a minute, so I'm going to go ahead and pour this.
I am the best test monkey.
Yeah, I'm letting him do all this drinking because I do not want to have a hangover tomorrow.
I am a soldier.
Yeah, he really is because I'm pouring another one in the meantime.
But considering this is my crown peach, I can drink like probably like 6 or 7 of these and be straight. Oh,
Oh, we didn't test the temp. So you can tell we're already losing that level. I'm sober, so I don't know.
If that's still around 50, I'll be impressed.
Is that 50? 54.6. 54.
Okay, so just in case.
He doesn't trust me.
Just in case
Obviously, I can't use a
coming into
thermometer. Sure, there's some humor
Yeah,
there.
it's 54.
54.
All right, so
sitting.
that's sitting.
Yeah.
So
We're gonna
let
shake
me
this
down
one.
that.
Yeah.
You do another one and you do the.
Yeah.
It's been yeah, we got that last fall.
50.7.
50. That's
y'all.
strong, guys.
Let's make sure.
Oh,
That's true?
62.
Hold on. Calibrate. It said 50.7. It feels cold. 54.5, probably
54.5.
in the 50s. Let him do. Okay, you know what? He's gonna be the one to handle the thermometer because
We're not gonna trust
I'm
Shay
having
with this
all
anymore.
kinds of issues with thermometer. Yeah, it says
50.9.
50.9, you guys. So this is what the third. Wait, hold on. the fourth drink, right? This is the
You're
fourth
drinking
drink.
that one.
I'll drink this one. We need to pour another.
Yes. We're running through my little Crown Peach, but this is good though, because this is how you find out if a product is worth it or not. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't think this would actually be worth it, considering the fact that I really thought that it would just start melting instantly, and it is. It's lasting a lot longer than I thought it would.
Pour another one. This will probably maybe be our last one. Or maybe we just pour it until we finish the bottle of Crown.
Might as well.
Yeah, we're trying to measure it out and see.
It's tipsy time.
That's right. That's what you do on Tipsy Time. You get
Man.
tipsy.
Oh,
At home, safely,
ever.
with the kids upstairs sleeping away. So,
Exactly.
yeah.
All right, so are we sitting or we stirring?
We're sitting. We'll alternate.
All right, we're sitting.
Sit.
So.
For it, I'll let you do the temperature checking since I'm horrible at it. 52.1.
So that says 52.1. We'll hit it again.
Yeah.
So 52.9. So it's.
Yeah, it's in. I mean, it's in the
So
lower
it's still.
50s.
Yeah, it's still. I mean, so what was our? Is this our? Let me hit that.
What, this room temp?
Yeah.
So this is room temp. Yeah. See what that temperature is. Room temp alcohol.
69.
So probably been chilling a little bit because we're under this fan. Because it started out with like 7. I mean, it was
Yeah,
still
but
close.
it wouldn't have changed that much.
Yeah.
I mean, that's still a decent amount colder than what a room. And again, it really depends on what you're looking for. I mean, if you're looking for something that's colder than room temp, then this is going to get you where I'll do that scotch next and in the chiller and see how that works out for me.
Let's see the thermometer. There. Let you do it. So this will I guess this will be our last one.
Yeah, it's gotta be.
I mean, we're almost.
Woo!
We're running really low.
And I am like, how the hell? That can't be right.
What did it say? 46?
That can't be right.
I mean, I was shaking it for a while.
That can't be right.
Hold on. Okay, so that was at 46.2. You know what? Let me use the other thermometer. I'm just gonna.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, 49.1.
Oh
You
man.
guys, you won't be able to see that.
You won't
But
be able
anyway,
to see that.
we'll put it. We're not lying. 49.1.
Oh.
So what this is telling me is that you can make several chilled drinks from this one freeze of this HyperChiller. You could really make several chilled drinks.
I'm impressed.
So, I mean, the next test, of course, is going to be the hot coffee and seeing if we can get iced coffee without the ice. That's going to be the next test. But honestly, you guys, this is kind of dope. Like, I don't even know how many drinks we made. 6, maybe, at this point.
I can't count.
He can't count because
Yeah, I'm feeling good right now.
he's feeling pretty good. But now,
I came into this evening and I had like one before we came in and started filming, but I came into this evening thinking that I was only going to drink maybe 2.
yeah, but now you're drinking like
At least
5.
3. Yeah, at least 3.
At least
So
3, maybe.
I'm vouching for it. And I literally didn't think that it stood a chance up against the other thing that we're about to buy or that we bought. but it's doing its thing right now.
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's worth it. I think it's in the upper 20s. I can't remember the exact price. We'll put it on the screen. But you guys, you could really like back-to-back drinks. Like you have friends over and you're like, you know what? If they're like, I don't want my drink on the rocks, but I kind of want it a little chilled. Like I don't want it room temp, just straight off your counter. You could just be making back-to-back drinks, and you don't have to sit there and shake it because it is a little heavy.
Yeah.
You could let it
all
sit.
it is two. I mean, it's just two chambers of. It's just two ice. It's only two. It's two ice cold chambers.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, if you know of anything, if you put it, something with ice around it, it's obviously gonna cool down. So
yeah. But anyway, I guess so. Right now, you guys, this product. It's worth it.
It's passed the test so far. Now, again, it's got a formidable foe.
With that other thing.
With that other thing,
well,
I'm not even going to mention the name of the other thing
until
it comes in the mail. Once it comes in the mail, I'll give it its due.
We'll do a review of that,
and we'll do a review of that, and then we'll do that competition and see what works. Now, just so you know, the other one is, I mean, it's strictly marketed as a whiskey chiller. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, it's gonna do work. It's gonna take your whiskey and take it, down as far as degrees go. Yeah. So it's, in my mind, I always thought that it was gonna perform a lot better than this.
Yeah.
This is impressive.
Think about other uses too, you guys. Like maybe, I don't know, you freeze this, right? And you're going on a little road trip or something. You need to chill some drinks for the kids. Like you could just, chill some juice for the kids or something. I'm just thinking, I don't know if that would be a situation that you would need to have this in. But there could be, many uses for it. So,
now, keep in mind, this is the one thing that kind of turned me off when I first got it, but it's not a big a deal now. 12 hours.
Yeah,
it literally says 12 hours to put in the freezer for it to chill. Yeah. So I don't know if there's any kind of leeway on that, but it said 12 hours, so we left it in there for 12 hours, and it's that's probably optimal efficiency. Yeah. But
yeah, I mean, I guess, if you get it, you could test it and see, okay, can I get away with 6 hours? Can I get away with just 8? Whatever.
Yeah, but and you just got to know, going in, I only put it in for 6 hours, so it's only going to get so cold.
Maybe it won't get as many drinks. But, I mean, honestly, guys, like this right here is a party starter. So this is good.
Yeah, so how many drinks did we make out of that?
I think we made 6.
I mean that's strong. That's enough for a small, get together of people who want, who specifically ask for their drinks to be,
a small gathering of 6 people or one.
And again,
one person who wants to drink 6 cold drinks. Right. Like that. So I think that's it. We are giving this our endorsement right now. We will come back with the video of the hot coffee and seeing how it fares. Okay, here we are with the HyperChiller, and we're about to test it on some hot coffee. So I'm at my Keurig, and we're just going to make 8 ounces of coffee. And for this test, we're going to shake it for 60 seconds, and we'll see how it comes out. All right, so the coffee is coming out. So as soon as it's done, we're going to take the temperature of the coffee hot, and then we'll get the temperature of it after it's been sitting, or after we swirl it around in the HyperChiller for 60 seconds. Show it. So the coffee is what? Right about 160, 161. Oh, that's hot. Okay. So we're gonna pour it. Probably making a mess in the HyperChiller. All right, I'll let you swirl it, Mark. So we'll do 60 seconds of swirling. We shook it for 60 seconds. You don't have to shake it. You can let it sit for 90 seconds if you want to. I think that's what it said. Yeah. But we went ahead and shook it for 60. So now we're going to pour it in the glass and see what the temperature is. So this is supposed to make your coffee chill, just like iced coffee, but without the ice. Oh yeah, look, 50 degrees. So that is perfect. I'm actually going to taste it. It doesn't have any sweetener in it, but 50 degrees, that is the perfect temperature for an iced or cold coffee with no ice to water it down. So again, the HyperChiller passes the test. Right now, y'all, the HyperChiller.
That's it, HyperChiller. Good,
Yep.
pretty good. I'm sorry.
You know what? We're gonna go ahead and end
I'm feeling good.
So,
I'm feeling good.
So guys, please subscribe to the channel, like, share our video. We would love to have you as part of our Thomas family. And
take one for the team tonight, guys.
Yes,
This is gonna be a rough morning.
So thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.
Later.
Bye. This is Old Dirty Owl. You guys, get the HyperChiller. Bye.